This is a true depiction of the lives of the people at the very bottom in Nepal. Even Africans would shed tears. If you haven't been to Nepal, you can't imagine how people here manage their daily meals. On a chilly early winter morning, an elderly man with a vacant look squats in a corner warming himself by a fire. Meanwhile, his wife is grinding cornmeal. Despite his age, the old man is still energetic, easily turning the stone mill. This mill, made from natural stone, is finely crafted and exudes a beauty that comes from the passage of time. Because food is scarce, his wife strictly rations their food. After grinding a little cornmeal, she pours it into a plate to filter out impurities before eating. Without a sieve, she can only blow away the corn husks with her mouth. The old man blows hard a few times, but instead of removing the impurities, he scatters the fine cornmeal everywhere. His wife feels it's a pity, especially now, during times of food scarcity. It's even more distressing. His wife can only use water to filter the impurities from the cornmeal. She pours a little water into the plate, and the corn husks float up. Carefully, she removes the floating husks by hand, not afraid of accidentally wasting the cornmeal. Using water to filter the coarse impurities still doesn't clean it as thoroughly as a sieve would. His wife puts the filtered cornmeal into a pressure cooker on the stove to enhance the flavor of the corn porridge. She adds a few grains of coarse salt and a bit of curry, starting to cook it quickly. The old man glances at the meager amount of cornmeal in the pot and heads to the small building made of stacked stones. The two elderly people have built a simple shelter here with stones. Above the shelter is a bamboo basket area, which serves as their grain storage. The old man takes an iron plate to the storage, lifts the basket cover, and sees a basket full of corn cobs but no kernels. He rummages through and picks out a few. After a few minutes, he finally fills the iron plate. The old man takes down the corn kernels he just picked. This corn is clearly an old variety, a bit hard, and the kernels are difficult to remove. The old man uses half his strength to get all the kernels off, and some fall to the ground. He doesn't want to waste any, so he picks up each kernel from the ground and puts them in the plate. Everything proceeds in an orderly manner. The old man and his wife together turn the large stone mill with effort. This time, the old man uses a larger and thicker stone mill. It's big and heavy, and they turn it quickly, so the cornmeal ground is fine enough. The old man scoops the ground cornmeal from the worn, black plastic mill into an iron plate. It's clear that this time the meal is much finer than before, with fewer coarse corn kernels and impurities, skipping the filtering process. His wife starts boiling water, and the old man adds the freshly ground cornmeal to the pot. While stirring, he cooks it into corn porridge. Winters in Nepal are particularly cold, with biting winds. The old man wears a down jacket to keep warm. Sitting by the fire, it's not as cold. His wife, dressed more lightly, can only sit by the fire to warm up, too cold to want to do anything. As time passes, the sun slowly rises, and the temperature increases significantly. The old man takes off his coat and cleans a local chicken by the stove. They haven't had vegetables today, and it's been over half a year since they've eaten meat. Today, the old man reluctantly slaughters one of their few roosters to satisfy their craving and provide some protein for their frail, shivering bodies. They clean the chicken in a simple, rough manner, not needing water, solving it entirely on the stove. They chop the cleaned chicken with a hatchet. They never wash the chicken, trying to keep its original flavor. Once chopped, they